What is up, guys? Akano HD here, and I'm bringing you my first ever Pokemon X and Y battle on Pokemon Showdown. And this battle was really more of a testing battle. I wasn't really trying to be too aggressive. I really wanted to see what people were using in their battles. So that's going to explain why I'm using this Prankster Klefki with all support moves. I think I'm running Toxic, Spike, Sub, and Protect on it just mainly for scouting purposes. And this is basically what I'm doing right here. I'm just going to scout and see, what he's going to do. And his Noivern right here is actually going to be a little bit of a problem, but it's actually going to turn out to be Choice. I'm not sure if it was Scarf or Specs, probably Specs, but it's really going to play out in my favor later on. I guess people right now are trying to be a lot more hyper offensive than, stall, which is more of my style. I really like to play, slower games. But basically what I'm going to do right now, I'm going to switch out to my Tyrantrum because I'm pretty sure by now he's going to be locked into that Flamethrower. And right now, I'm just going to set up my Stealth Rocks. This is a Choice Banded Tyrantrum with, I think, max HP and max attack. And I could have gone for the Head Smash right there to take out his Sylveon, but I wasn't sure what he was going to do, so I thought it'd just be better for me to set up my Rocks. Now I'm going to go back into my Klefki because I'm pretty sure that the Sylveon won't be able to do too much to me unless it's running, like, Hidden Power Fire. And I'm just going to keep setting up my hazards here, but then he's actually going to reveal he has Rapid Spin, and I had no idea that that thing could do that. So, I got kind of screwed there. Well, that's fine. I'm going to Toxic this thing, and then he's actually going to reveal that he has Recover, which is also pretty interesting. And now he's going to go into this Malamar, and unfortunately I don't really get to see much of that because I'm just going to go for the Head Smash and take it out in one shot. Now he's going to go into a Sylveon. I'm afraid of him hitting me with a Moonblast, so I'm going to go into my Jirachi to wall it. And now what I'm basically going to do, this is a Parafusion set, so that's basically what I'm going to be trying to do for a little bit. It's not really going to work out too much for me. You guys will see later on. But I'm going to paralyze that Aegis Slash. Not like it really matters too much because the thing has like 50 base speed. But I'm going to go into my Tornadus Therian because I know I can wall it. And I'm going to U-turn right out of there just to build some momentum. Now I'm going to go into my Tyrantrum. And then right here I switch right back out because I wasn't sure if Avalok got any kind of priority ice move. And I didn't want him to take out my Tyrantrum because that's the only thing I have for his Sylveon. And so now I'm just going to switch out to my Klefki. And I'm going to Toxic the Sylveon, but he's actually going to reveal that he has Heal Bell right here, which is, I mean, it's alright. It's not really like Toxic is going to be doing too much for me anyways. But right here, again, I'm setting up my hazards because I know it's still going to help me a lot in the long run, especially with the Sylveon. I'm not entirely sure how bulky that thing is. So, that's going to help me a little bit. He's going to go for the High Jump Kick, and then this Hawlucha is actually going to be an Acrobatics with the Flying Gem, and I think you guys saw that earlier already. And basically what I'm trying to do right here is to wait for him to not be able to break my sub because I also know that he's going to be running U-turn because I saw some, people discussing about, Hawlucha sets. And I'm just going to switch out right here, go into my Jirachi. He's going to go for the Acrobatics. This isn't really going to do much. Luckily he didn't go for the U-turn right there. But he's going to switch out. He's going to go back into his Noivern and I'm going to paralyze that thing. And then now right here I believe I'm going to go for the Substitute and then I'm going to try to Iron Head it a little bit. Luckily he's going to get paralyzed. And then I'm going to Iron Head him one time right here just because I'm behind a sub. But he's going to break my sub with a Flamethrower. And then I didn't really feel like trying to Parafuse him right now at this moment. I'm going to go for it just one more time. And unfortunately he's not going to get paralyzed twice in a row. So I'm just going to switch out right here. I'm going to go into my Talonflame. It's my Scarfer. And since he's locked into Flamethrower, I know he's going to be forced to go for that. And I'm going to go for the U-turn right here because I know he's not going to want to stay in. I'm going to keep building my momentum. And it actually reveals that he's going to have the Rocky Helmet on his Avalok, which is pretty interesting. And I'm going to smack him right here with a Heat Wave. He probably wasn't expecting that because this is a special Tornadus. He's going to go for the Acrobatics. Unfortunately, I missed my Hurricane, which would have one-shot that Hawlucha. So, that's unfortunate. Go back into my Klefki to sponge the Acrobatics. And then, let's see, I'm going to go for the Protect just to build up some lefties damage. He's going to try to go for the U-turn. But I don't want him getting any momentum. I'm just going to go for the Substitute, and then he's going to go for the High Jump Kick. And this is actually pretty interesting because his High Jump Kick's actually going to end up screwing him in the long run. It is pretty cool that that thing gets it, but I don't think Hawlucha is... I don't know. For some reason, I just don't feel like it's good enough to be anything above UU. But anyways, back to the battle. He's going to go into his Noivern, and I'm just going to try to get up some more lefties because I know he's going to probably lock himself into Flamethrower again. And I'm just going to sub... I'm going to hope that he gets paralyzed. Luckily, he will. And right here, I'm going to take the opportunity to get some more HP back. And then I'm going to set up my layer of spikes before I switch out. And I'm still really hoping he gets paralyzed. But it doesn't really matter at this point because whether or not he broke my sub right there, I would have switched out anyways. So now I'm going to go into my Tornado Styrian. He's not going to be able to hit me at all, but unfortunately he's going to hit me with a crit. But it doesn't really matter because it still won't end up taking me out. He's going to go back into his Alucha. And predicting that, I'm going to go for another Hurricane. Unfortunately, this one is going to miss as well. So I'm just going to opt to switch back into my Klefki because he's been going for the acrobatics every single time. He's probably playing it more safe, doesn't really want to risk predicting going for the high jump kick or the U-turn. Probably would be okay for him to go to U-turn because there's not really a point in me staying in because I don't really, so far in the battle I haven't been able to rely on a Hurricane at all. So he's going to go for the Draco Meteor, and unfortunately my Venusaur is going to get critted by it. But this Venusaur really doesn't do much. It's also a full support set like my Klefki. I just wanted to try it out. So unfortunately Venusaur's not going to get much light here. And you can see right there, he's going to go for the high jump kick when I protect, and he's going to lose half his health. Right now he's going to go for the acrobatics. I'm just going to death fodder this thing because it's not any use to me, and he's going to die to Toxic, which is nice. Now I'm going to bring in my Scarfer Talonflame. He's going to go into his Aegis Slash. I wasn't sure what he was going to do here, so I tried to U-turn out, and it doesn't matter that he harshly lowered my attack. It's not really going to matter much, and I'm just going to keep U-turning. And now I'm going to go into my Tornado Styrian. He knows that I have Heat Wave now, so I don't think he's going to switch it, stay in. I mean, he's going to switch out to a Sylveon. And I'm just going to go for the safe play, and as you can see, I really need to keep my Tyrantrum. This is why I kept my Tyrantrum alive, is because my Tornadoes can't touch that thing at all. And I was thinking right here going for the Parafusion, but he's actually going to switch out to his Noivern, which is fine. And right here, I'm going to opt to go for some Parafusion, I've been saying Parafusion this whole time, I mean Paraflinch, sorry about that. But unfortunately, it's not going to work in my favor. I'm just going to keep trying to sub up, but it's not going to work. So, I mean, it's not too big of a deal, I guess. And right here, I'm going to make my last sub. And unfortunately, he's also going to break it. And I'm just going to go for an Iron Head. But the Hack Gods are not smiling upon me today, as he's just going to kill me off with a Flamethrower, which is perfectly fine because I'm just going to bring back in my Tyrantrum. And he's going to go into his Aegis Slash. I'm going to go for the Head Smash because I knew nothing on his team wanted to take a hit from that. I would have one-hit KO'd the Sylveon and the Noivern if he opted to stay in. But since he brought in the Aegis Slash, I'm just going to switch out to my Tornado Styrian because I know he can't touch me at all. He's going to use King Shield, and I'm going to go for the Heat Wave. And he's just going to switch out to a Sylveon again. And now I know that he's going to do that. He's not going to stay, obviously he's not going to stay in because he can't touch me. So I'm going to switch out. And I'm going to bring in my Tyrantrum. He's going to go for the Protect, but I'm just going to go for the Head Smash again. And now at this point, nothing on his team has enough HP to kill me with Recoil except for this Sylveon. So he's just going to Death Fodder that. And now I bring back in my Scarfer. And obviously he's going to one-hit KO the Noivern. And luckily, the Talonflame's going to survive with 1%. I don't think it really would have mattered, though. Obviously, the Tornado Styrian would have killed anyways. Not quite sure why I switched out to Klefki here. I should have just left my my Talonflame in as a Death Fodder. But he's just going to keep going for King Shield. And the battle's pretty much over at this point because, he can't touch my Tornadoes at all. I'm just going to go for the Heat Wave. He's going to protect or King Shield one more time. And that's going to be the end of the battle. And, it was really interesting. I wish I could have used the Mega Venusaur more, or rather I wish I created a better set because that Venusaur had no attacking moves. I wasn't really sure what I wanted to do with it because since it got thick fat, I really wanted to try it out as a special wall, and I just needed a special wall in there anyway, so I just put that in there. But unfortunately didn't really serve too much purpose. But hopefully I'm gonna try to create some more hyper offensive teams because right there that was just a little test battle. But hopefully you guys enjoyed and didn't really mind the stall war. Not a stall war, but the stalling too much. But thank you for watching, and you guys have a great day.